Do Christmas lights turn straight guys gay? Yes.
Mariah's New Year's Massacre. Wait, what?
And a toy that's hung like a horse coming up today on The Point. You're a mess. Hello and welcome to The Point, the only talk show bringing gay and straight men together to see what happens. And Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. It's our first show back from the holiday break. How was everybody's holiday?
Short.
Amazing.
Yeah, really good.
What did you were out of town, right?
I went to the Bahamas for New Year's Eve, if I may
I
say
can tell
so
from your
myself.
complexion.
Yes.
And what did you learn?
But yeah, you had an awkward moment in the Bahamas.
Did I? Oh, is that the oh. But I didn't know. Okay, obviously you're freaking okay. Well, I didn't know that I didn't realize that the Bahamas was not in the States. And anyways, when I asked that question, I guess it was very embarrassing, and then everybody made fun of me. But I didn't know, and I found out, and now
This is why I don't ask any geographical questions.
But Gordon, do you have any thoughts on the Bahamas?
Do you think it was a state or a territory?
I just thought it was I don't know. I feel like it was Alaska. It was just part of the States.
Like one of the freak states.
Sure.
Like American
Hawaii,
Samoa
Alaska.
or like Hawaii?
Okay.
I don't know. I just thought it was.
Well, the upside is you learned something over the
Exactly.
holidays,
Very
so that's
exactly.
good. The Bahamas
Obviously.
is not part of the United States.
It's not.
It's not.
It's a
And-
country.
And
Yes, you're right.
Okay, yeah.
The more you know.
Oh my god.
yes, the more you know. Dun, 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 dun.
I swear I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good.
I
Yes.
thought you
Okay.
passed my time, so.
Actually, it's interesting that you mentioned Alaska because I just want to mention before we go on with our planned topics. I just want to note what happened in Fort Lauderdale. An awful incident at the airport. The guy actually he was living in Alaska, then went to Minnesota, then went to Fort Lauderdale, and this awful massacre took place. Although I am shocked to find out that you can check a handgun, and ammunition in your luggage, and then you pick it up in the baggage carousel, and it has a gun in it. And that's in the U.S. and in Canada, which a lot of Canadian.
I didn't know.
Do they have a permit?
They had a permit. It was a legal gun, but you can travel with your gun. You can't take it in your carry-on, but you can take it in your checked luggage.
It seems like most of these situations, though, in the past have been concerns over safety in flight. And so, I mean, a checked bag, you can't get it a checked bag, but this is a situation now where it's at the airport where you have access to the weapon, and
So it's a scary thing, and I think a lot of people are learning about the ramifications of being able to do that. And our thoughts are with the people who lost people in that. Awful. I was actually in Fort Lauderdale in September, so it's always kind of weird when you were just in a place where something like that happens.
So just a similar kind of situation of something horrible happening and then being in a similar place. Several years back, there was that Greyhound bus in, I think it was Calgary, maybe.
Oh, yes,
where
yes.
the person decapitated the person sitting beside
Yes.
them.
Yeah,
they just,
right.
I remember watching that. And then literally the next morning, I had to be on a bus traveling, and I was so terrified.
Yeah.
And normally, you zone out, you have your music on, you're just not paying attention to anything. I was just so
staring at
vigilant.
everybody
Who is this
around.
person beside me? It was scary.
It turns out that 2017 is not starting out on. I mean, there was so much that happened in 2016. In fact, I have here.
It's not gonna get much better.
I have here the list
say
of celebrity
The world's
deaths that happened in 2016. In fact, that brings us to our first talking point. Should 2016 be forgot? Over 100 celebrities and other notable people passed away in 2016, and it was one of the biggest years for, I mean, it's one of the biggest lists. People like David Bowie, Alan Rickman, Renee Angeli, Abe Vigoda, Glenn Fry, Maurice White, Gary Shandling, Patty Duke, it goes on. And of course, over Christmas, it was like George Michael one day, Carrie Fisher the next day, and her mother, Debbie Reynolds, the following.
The most heartbreaking too, with her son saying, she said, "I want to be with Carrie," and then she died.
That is
awful.
morbid and crazy. Like, that's so sad.
I
Like,
know.
literally died of a broken heart. Like,
I know. The George Michael thing really, I don't know if there were certain celebrity deaths that hit you in a certain way, but George Michael was so much a part of my, as far as pop culture goes, so much a part of my, like, my growing up, my awareness of myself. I mean, he came out later than I came out, but like before I even came out, I remember when Wake Me Up Before You Go-Go came out, and he wore that controversial shirt at the time that said Choose Life, because some people said it was an abortion thing, but it wasn't. It was like Be High on Life sort of thing. And I actually bought one of those shirts in Greenwich Village, and
Clearly, you buy many shirts that say many things.
mighty gay. Actually, this was a Hanukkah present, so
I
that's
love
why I'm
that
wearing
shirt.
it today. But did any deaths?
Well, the George Michael one like really hit me just because I'm pretty sure he was the first person when I was young that like I realized what a gay person was and what gay was to begin with, and he was like the first one that I was like, oh, that's like he's the only gay person I know, like from celebrity wise, like, and being really, really young, and then my mom kind of tried to explain it to me, and then it was like, oh my god, is that me? Like, am I like that? And like, so he was the first, like, it was the first gay person imaged in my head.
Like a real icon.
Yeah, like, so that was
Interesting.
That was crazy.
And
like,
his music for me was so much a
Yeah.
part of my growing up, my high school and university days. Did any of the celebrity deaths
Carrie
from last
Fisher
year?
for me. I mean, I watched Star Wars growing up. Like, that's all that I watched when I was a kid. I wore out my parents' Betamax movies because I just would park myself in my parents'
Betamax.
Hey, back in the day. But yeah, I would park myself in my parents' basement and just watch every movie over and over and over and over again. So, and I don't know if anybody's seen the new Rogue One. But like, I don't want to ruin it. Spoiler alert! But at the end, I was just like,
Oh, yeah, no spoilers.
The CGI was pretty good.
killed me. It killed me.
I know.
But
Such a poignant.
And I have to
Oh,
say,
you watched it after she died?
Yeah, like that day, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
I watched it
I-
before. I
literally
saw
the
it
day
before.
after.
I saw it before she passed away.
and now actually the filmmakers have to deal with how to deal like,
Well, she'll be in the next one.
but not the next one, and they have
But
to.
they've already CGI'd someone from past movies who's died in the Rogue One movie, apparently, which I didn't even
General,
realize.
oh my god, I yelled.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But other people.
that she was supposed to, in episode 9, I think, was supposed to have a major role, and I mean, you can fill things in. I mean, they did that with Philip Seymour Hoffman for the second Hunger Games movie, but he had already shot most of the stuff. It was sort of filling in little bits, but you can't create a performance out of nothing.
Actually, Alan Rickman died
That
last
was
year.
rough,
That
yeah.
was also quite shocking. And also for me, Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
I mean, the song Hallelujah is one of the best pop songs ever.
Oh, I just got
written.
chills. That's like, it's hauntingly beautiful, that song.
Considered a
Oh, Alan.
Well, you know what? A popular. I
Alan
mean,
Thicke, yeah. Alan Thicke as well. Like,
Alan
yeah,
Thicke,
it was,
yeah,
like,
who I didn't realize, I'm sort of dating myself here, but he also wrote theme songs, which I didn't realize until
like a whole bunch of them.
Different
yeah.
Strokes, Facts of Life.
Facts of Life.
he wrote all the theme songs?
Theme songs. So, like, Alan Thicke was even a bigger part of my childhood than I thought. You know, I remember him from
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains. But yeah.
I always think of him from that Simpsons thing. But Marge, Ricardo Montalban, or Alan Thicke is throwing knives at Ricardo Montalban. You just hear this knife hit, and just ouch. Sorry, Ricardo.
Speaking of things that happened in 2016, it wasn't a death, but it was certainly a train wreck. Mariah Carey, New Year's Eve.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah, I actually watched this live. I was watching, the countdown to the ball drop.
Cackling. I was
And I was watching
loved
this.
it. I actually did love it.
Okay, now, so what exactly happened? Tito, you're sort of our Mariah expert here.
You hear stuff from both sides, so I don't know what the fuck happened, but
Well, but
basically her
she's-
in-ears, her monitors weren't working, and she couldn't hear the music apparently. But all I have to say is her dancers were on point. They knew every step, every moment.
Yeah, so the dancers heard the music. So why didn't she hear the music?
They had 5 speakers on stage. I don't know, apparently she can't hear that because the crowd was too loud, but I don't know.
Now, so
I don't
she's
know.
blaming the crowd now? Like some of her excuses, and blaming
But
it on...
I just want to point out that the second song she did, she knew exactly when it started. She climbed up on her little stage and she started singing it, and then she just decided to stop. It's like you don't forget the song that you've performed a million times.
Yeah.
You know the words. You know what you should be doing.
But
and
wasn't
you
that
just-
one?
You just
Didn't that
forget
one
it.
have a lyric track on it though? Isn't that the point? Like that they screwed up and didn't play the right backing track for the second one? Because like why would she be singing at all?
No,
if-
but like you can
'Cause
hear
it-
the backing track for that one, and then you can hear her trying to sing
Right, but
underneath
you can
it.
also
It was
hear the
too
lyrics
loud.
as well, though.
Yeah,
you can hear the
exactly.
lyrics in the
Yeah,
track. So
she's
what I'm saying
singing,
is,
like, she's
why is
singing-
she singing to a track that also has lyrics already in it?
Because she wasn't gonna sing it in the first place because girl can't sing no more.
Don't ever say that about Mariah.
She can't sing for shit now.
Oh my God, shut up, Tino.
Are you? I'm not saying
like
she's
ruining
not
my
an
childhood
icon.
right now. I
She's
love
not
Mariah
a legend.
Carey.
But for somebody who has an icon and legend status,
Yeah,
for
you
somebody
should
to put her mic down and not perform and not finish the show,
I agree.
This is the
Is
thing.
bullshit.
That's brutal.
This is
She's
the
just
thing.
such a diva now. I get that.
This is
big
the
time.
thing. Any other of those kind of diva level performers, J-Lo, Madonna,
But J-Lo gets after it. Like, she works for it.
No,
and
that
like she
Beyonce.
does not give up.
None of
Beyonce,
them.
yeah.
they
None
would
of
never
them.
let that happen and would
No.
always
Because that's not a
finish
diva.
the show.
That's
The show
a
must go on.
professional.
See, I
You know
feel
what
like
I mean? A
there's
diva is somebody who throws a tantrum on stage.
I feel like part of this was planned because we wouldn't be talking about Mariah Carey if she hadn't have screwed up. I
don't think
and,
it was
and,
planned.
and you know now and people are talking about, oh right, she has this reality show which you watched.
It is so bad.
Seriously,
Okay, if
Mariah-
you think the Kardashian show is
I
bad,
would never watch anything like that because it's
Mariah's
disgusting.
world is pure fake shit. She hires this tour assistant who doesn't even meet her until the last episode.
Spoilers.
Anyway, this is a paid actress who is pretending to be kooky and like
It's Viola Davis. Like, that's it's not even an unknown person. We all know exactly.
it's just like she hired this person to be in her show to act a little weird, and then you have the manager, her manager, who's known for being a bitch. She's totally a like huge bitch on the show. Like she does it, like she's an extra bitch, and
Like you.
apparently. And every frame that Mariah's in is totally airbrushed. So it's supposed to be in HD, and that shit is blurry as fuck. Okay.
Yeah, there's filters actually that you can get that are like these skin smoothing.
Oh, and let
plugins
me get
stuff.
let me get to
Yeah.
her
So they
boy
must have
toy, her
cranked
current
that
boy
up.
toy. So they started filming the show when she was still engaged to that old man who I don't know why she
That
would ever
billionaire.
Even, yeah, I don't even know how that happened because there's no way she would ever go for someone like that.
But I just don't know why they broke up. Like that was a dumb move.
So
on
her dancer
but
in the
this
show
is-
is flirting with her, and like they're trying to set up this love story during a time where she's still engaged, and now she's really dating this dancer. So I feel like the whole show, the whole thing is a setup.
Yeah.
It's just like every time I watch the show, I get so
Yeah.
angry
Why do you
So-
watch it then?
because my boyfriend actually likes it, and I'm like, you fucking hate on me for watching Kardashians, and you love this mess.
See, and I this is why I think enough with Mariah Carey. Don't give her any more publicity. We need to talk about more important, serious topics. Like how Christmas lights turn straight men gay. So
That's
this
just science.
yeah, this came out right before the holidays. It was from the Christian Defense League of Texas.
Oh my God.
They reported new studies proving that staring at a new blinking cadence, I didn't know there was a new blinking cadence, in holiday lights leaves men, quote, feeling virile and yearning for the musk of other men.
Wow.
It does that for gay men who are not admitting that they're gay. They're looking for any reason to just be like, it was the Christmas
was the
lights.
lights,
The
I
Christmas
swear to
lights
God."
made me gay.
like what's next? Like
Well, after an hour or two of watching the lights, eyewitnesses report, quote, men were clustering around coffee stands, ordering elaborate hot-spiced fraps
And whipping it out. Like,
Wait, why is anyone staring at these lights for an hour?
and rubbing one another to stay warm as they waited for baristas to finish making their drinks. The CDL of Texas warned straight men to turn off
Texas.
all blinking lights.
So
if
it's just blinking lights.
it's just blinking.
Wow.
It's the cadence in the blinking
It's like
lights.
a series of
Yes.
lights that
so
just
did you,
turn
Gordon?
you.
Did you stare? Did you make sure not to stare at? Did you make sure not to stare at blinking? Gordon. Oh, what did I say?
You said Gordon.
No, but like,
okay.
just that you're calling him out.
He's calling him out.
Oh,
Have you been staring at blinking lights lately?
Yes.
I would never stare at any lights.
but this is.
an
I'm
hour.
fond of the dark.
You know
He's
what,
fond
though?
of the dark.
I had this
Here,
happen
okay.
to me, actually. I was
on the dark. I can't.
I was on my way home from a date one time with a woman, and I was and I was driving home, and some dude in the other lane flashed his high beams at me, and then I wanted to have sex
like
with him.
Homosexuality.
You're like, get out.
It happens.
Get
It
out.
happens.
Exactly.
Whenever
Well-
anybody tries to make a right-hand turn, you're like, oh.
I want to know if this would turn you gay. Okay, so this became
Ryan Gosling?
a
'Cause
social
yes.
media sensation over the holidays because a father from Southern California had given his, or I don't know if he gave it, but got a present, this little toy horse. And the father took a close look at the toy horse, and hopefully we can get it on the screen, and discovered that the horse was anatomically correct.
No, it wasn't.
Not
really.
just, well,
Almost,
it had a...
That looks like a human.
That was the thing. It looked like, and hopefully we can get it on the screen. The father told the Huffington Post, quote, "It looks like a human dick though, and not a horse dick. Because if it were a horse dick, it would be better."
Hold on. Hashtag human dick, though.
Hashtag human dick though. Yeah. So the photos of he took photos and it went viral and
Photography.
Big time.
and there
It looks
you
like
go.
a drawn on, like what kids draw on pictures.
Yeah, right, like on bathroom walls or something. Well, I have not, of course I went looking for this toy. I have not been able to find one, but if you know where to purchase one of these human dick horses, let us know, and we'll feature it right here on The Point.
Saying no.
Except Gordon will sit in the dark. But now,
I think it's
Exactly.
nay.
I am not unlike a bat
yes,
or
yes, that's right.
and a Sinead.
How do we vote on what do we think of the horse dick toy? We vote nay.
I vote yay.
I vote yay. I'm down.
Okay,
only
not?
mares.
it's time
All right then.
for Tito's midpoint.
Oh my gosh. All right, so this week we're playing Brownie Points. It's basically trivia, and it's just trivia from last year, so it encompasses the whole mess of 2016. First question. When Pokemon Go caused a frenzy this summer, Mayor John Tory asked...
In Toronto.
Yes, asked that the number of Pokestops be reduced at what Toronto location? Was it Nathan Phillips Square, CN Tower, High Park, or Jack Layton Ferry Terminal?
I know this.
The square?
Jack Layton.
Ferry terminal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ferry terminal because you can go to the island where there's beaches and stuff.
Right, and there's
And
tickets
there
and
were
stuff.
you would get off the ferry and it would be blanketed with people on their phones.
I remember there was somewhere there were like Holocaust memorials and stuff that they had to take out Pokemon
Yes.
stops because they're like, what are you doing? These are memorials for
was
you know,
crazy.
like
It was
war
crazy.
memorials, yeah.
All right, next. After a 3-month summer romance, Taylor Swift and what British actor ended their relationship in September?
Loki.
Was it
No.
Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom
Some, like,
Hiddleston,
a
Daniel
crumpet.
Radcliffe, or Tom Hardy?
Tom Hiddleston.
Hiddleston, because they were Hiddleswift.
And that's Loki, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't
okay.
it? Yeah.
Really?
Is that the guy who was
Yeah, it is.
in Thor?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, low key.
I've said it
Low
pretty-
key sounds like
Next.
low key to
Low
me.
key.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were pretty low key.
Prince Harry's new girlfriend, Meghan Markle, is an actress on what Toronto filmed television show?
Come on. Suits.
Suits? I didn't know that either, but you're right. Yeah, yeah.
What is
Love
it?
Suits.
Oh, I
Meghan
didn't
Markle.
know that.
Yeah, I'm in love.
I didn't know that.
Rachel Zane, man. Oh.
Billy Zane.
Are they related?
Hey.
Are they related? Oh, you don't know. Okay.
They gotta be.
Queen guitarist Brian May protested Donald Trump's repeated and unauthorized use of which of the band's songs throughout the U.S. presidential campaign. Was it I Want to Break Free, Another One Bites the Dust, We Are the Champions, or Radio Gaga?
Radio Gaga, just because. it
No,
sounds
I would
gay.
think he would use "We Are the Champions."
Yeah, that's the straightforward choice.
Yeah.
He's a loser.
Yeah.
But that's right.
Oh, okay.
I would have gone with "Can't Stop Me Now," but that's a better
Yeah.
choice. I'm not as dumb
Can't
as Donald
stop me
Trump is.
now.
What singer joined the Late Late Show host James Corden on Carpool Karaoke for a rendition of the Spice Girls' "Wannabe"? Was it Mariah Carey, Adele, Jerry Halliwell, or Britney Spears?
I don't know. They're all.
Who was the second one again? Who did you say?
Adele.
Adele.
Adele. I think it was. Adele.
Oh yeah, Adele,
Wouldn't it have
maybe.
been-
Although Jerry Halliwell was in the Spice Girls, but
Adele makes appearances outside?
Yeah.
Well, she's,
I don't know. What does Adele
she's
look like?
friends with him, so.
What do you mean outside? Like,
What
she
does
goes
Adele look like?
outside? Yeah.
she only performs in her house.
In like a piano room. Okay, so who is it?
Who is it?
It's Adele, yeah,
Yeah,
she did
yeah.
Wannabe.
She's a myth. An apparition of sorts.
Considered an odd choice, what Grammy-winning artist performed at the NBA All-Star Game halftime show in Toronto in February? Was it Drake, Rod Stewart, Sting, or Carly Rae Jepsen?
Drake.
Great guy. With,
Oh, he's always here.
No, considered an odd
odd
choice.
choice.
Oh.
Carly Rae
Carly
Jepsen.
Rae?
No, Rod.
what was the
What
other-
is the other
Rod
two?
Stewart.
Rod Stewart or Sting?
Have I told you lately?
Sting.
I hate Rod Stewart.
Correct, Sting, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What musician who died last year once owned a home on the Bridle Path in Toronto?
Sting.
Oh. No, Prince.
Rod
That's
Stewart.
Prince.
Oh yeah, Prince.
Prince.
Prince, yeah.
Because he
I didn't know that
dated
either.
somebody who was from Toronto, right?
I think we all keep forgetting the rules that there are choices that he reads.
And we're like, oh.
Okay.
Well, you can cut in any
Give
time.
us a couple more.
After winning a silver medal at the Rio Olympics, Canadian swimmer Penny Oleksiak, I think that's how you say it, sorry girl, lamented on Twitter that she couldn't get tickets to whose concert in Toronto?
Drake. Sorry.
Correct. Yeah.
Was it? It's literally the only person
Yeah.
from Toronto that I know.
No.
You're really focused on
Yeah,
really
they're
focused on Toronto
yeah, they're
today.
very Torontonian, these ones. A Tragically Hip played their final concert on August 20th in what Canadian city?
Kingston.
My hometown.
Yeah, that's your hometown.
Yeah.
Kingston,
Y'all
They shot a
Ontario.
movie once in my hometown. Everybody was in it. For miles around.
So I got two more.
Okay, two more, quick.
One of last year's highest grossing movies was partly based on an animated feature of the same name from 1967. What was it? Was it The Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, or Ghostbusters?
Jungle Book.
Ghostbusters.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Ghostbusters in 1967?
And didn't you say animated as well?
Yeah, Jungle Book.
Yeah. well, the
there's like
ghosts
a
were
ghost,
animated.
But the Jungle Book movie was actually awesome. The new one, the
Did you?
Jon Stewart,
Yeah, I didn't watch it yet.
John Favreau directed.
And
it.
Beauty and
Yeah,
the
it's
Beast doesn't even come out until this year.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, last question.
Sales increased at what restaurant chain after its mention in Beyonce's hit single Formation?
Oh my god.
Red Lobster.
Red
Carl's
Lobster.
Jr.
I was gonna say
Carl's
Carl.
Jr. Hardee's.
Sonic.
Red
El
Lobster.
El Pollo Loco.
Red Lobster girl.
Red Lobster Girl. And thank you, Tito, for today's midpoint. And now it's time for today's second talking point. Inaugurate this. Donald Trump. Yes, we have to talk about him because he will soon be the president.
When is the
The inauguration, it's the 20th?
First?
The 21st of January?
So who's performing?
Well,
day.
so far it's just Jackie Evancho.
How old is she?
She's a teenager.
So she has no idea what she's getting herself into.
She's 16 years old. She became famous because of America's Got Talent. Jackie Evancho? Is that how
What
you
was her
pronounce it?
talent?
Well, she's a singer.
Oh, okay. Because like there's like all kinds of people on
But-
there. It's
I
like,
know.
look how many spiders I can hold. Like it's you know.
I know. I feel
people-
like it's always the singers that
The
win.
people who have said no to Donald Trump: Elton John, Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Garth Brooks, Andrea Bocelli, Kiss,
Nobody's ever heard of those people.
Yeah, reppin'.
Celine, David Foster,
Dion?
and Kanye West have all said no.
But I thought Kanye,
Kanye
was
said
a big
no. I thought
supporter.
they were
Because he's
besties.
gearing up to run himself in 2020.
I thought they were like best friends now. He like bleached his
I
hair.
mean, they
and
had
everything.
one
Aren't they?
meeting. Like,
Maybe this is the point that you're bringing up, Fred, or maybe was that the whole thing?
That
Is
was the whole
it?
thing.
What, I also heard that they're doing a simultaneous concert in Florida.
Yeah,
I don't know, somewhere, but there's a talk of trying to
Madonna,
put together a show
Beyonce.
of like all these huge people to compete directly with the inauguration.
Here's my question.
It's sort of like a fuck you to Donald Trump.
Donald Trump basically said, remember when Jay-Z and Beyonce did that concert? And,
Yeah, he doesn't need
and he
any
said,
big
oh, I don't
names.
need these A-list celebrities. Oh, now you need them? Now you're going around going, oh, please, please. No, Katy Perry, why would Katy Perry perform for you?
She wouldn't because she's amazing. I'm sorry. I'm
because-
very
We're going to hear her
passionate.
roar.
Literally Hillary Clinton
Why do
for
you love
Halloween.
her?
So.
She's
Yeah,
just
I mean, she was-
great. I
anyway,
love her music, and she
I
seems
just-
so nice. I don't
Okay.
know.
I can't tell if you're being facetious or not. You know?
And
Okay.
she once kissed a girl and liked it.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
She's a wonderful
Okay.
lady.
Okay, the ridiculousness of Donald Trump continues. Vicente Fox,
Whose man's?
he is the former president of Mexico. He tweeted at Donald Trump saying, Trump, when will you understand that I am not paying for that fucking wall? Be clear.
Because he said that live on TV as well.
He said the F word?
Be clear with U.S. taxpayers. They will pay for it. And in fact, Donald Trump has already, well, Kellyanne Conway, his person.
I keep thinking Conway Twitty
No.
because of
Kellyanne
Family Guy
Conway.
every time I hear it.
She has already said they're going to go to Congress and ask for the money to build the wall, and Mexico will just pay the U.S. government back. No, it's
not
not
how
going
things
to
work.
happen.
No.
Wait, hold on.
It's like asking your enemy to pay for the guns you're using to shoot them with. Like, are you kidding me?
This wall is actually being built?
No, well, not
No, it's
currently.
not
How
gonna-
long
I
do
don't
you,
think
how
it's
long do you
gonna
guys think that Trump is actually going to last in office? Like,
Well, I guess the
think
whole
he's gonna
time.
try.
you think he's going to have a full term? I don't.
Yeah,
already-
I do.
you actually
do?
I do.
What is going to happen then?
So once,
But the problem is that if he gets impeached or quits, Mike Pence, who's actually
the worst.
Right, but that's not the reason why people are keeping him. What do
Yeah.
you think? What do you think?
Well, I think that once these idiots that voted for him realize that he's not going to do anything that he said, he's going to get killed by one of them because they're all gun-toting
Well, no,
idiots, man, or something like that.
I don't know that far.
I'm just saying,
if he
man.
will. I don't know.
I
if
don't
he
know.
will,
I
but-
don't like. I
think
don't want to go that
impeach-
far, but like.
I think
That was
impeachment.
very far.
Yeah, I know.
that was all the way. Like that was,
Here's my thought.
Yeah, man. Well, that's
that
just
is
like they are
the
like, I'm-
ultimate punishment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean,
Death
like,
is-
Okay, guys, Doug.
I'm
Thought
sorry,
on-
but like that's
Doug.
my opinion.
Thought on impeachment, though.
That's his point.
Thought on impeachment, though, is that it's not going to happen because even though there will be a series of things that need to have him removed from office because he's violating the Constitution, or breaking laws, or just doing all kinds of things that are absolutely grounds for it, the people who have to actually do that won't step up and do it because it's Republican Senate and Congress. So the people of the country have nothing that they can really do about it, and the people who are supposed to stand up and have actual sort of ethical backbones and morals won't do it either.
But if we're going to talk about how ridiculous Donald Trump is, okay, so he's still executive producer of Celebrity Apprentice, which of course is ridiculous in and of itself. But after the new Celebrity Apprentice with Arnold as the host, this is what he tweeted. And remember, he's an executive producer still on this show. Wow, the ratings are in and Arnold Schwarzenegger got swamped or destroyed by comparison to the ratings machine, Donald J. Trump. So much for being a movie star. And that was season 1 compared to season 14. Now compare him to my season 1. So he's dissing the new
production?
host of his own.
But what does he
Show.
expect the ratings are going to be like?
In
No, but
season
why
14.
is he-
Right? Like,
But why is he it's so stupid.
He's-
Okay.
I have a side story about Arnold. Anyways, my brother worked for him in his office, and then Arnold wrote me a happy Sweet 16 letter for my
What?
birthday, and I have it at home. I know. He's like, "Happy Sweet 16. I hope all your dreams come true." Arnold's
Well,
birthday.
actually, you know what?
I know.
To
It's
give
amazing.
Arnold before we wrap, to give Arnold his due, Arnold tweeted back, there's
There's a
nothing
chopper.
there's nothing more important than the people's work, Donald Trump. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you will work for all the American people as aggressively as you worked for your ratings. So good on Arnold.
That's a great reply.
yeah, that's a great
I just
reply.
love Arnold. Just was the letter, but
There you go. Okay, we got to wrap. Endpoints. Actually, my endpoint goes to a little shout out to the son of new Congressman Roger Marshall of Kansas, because during the swearing-in ceremony, he dabbed. which frankly I had never heard of before. I
never
know.
heard of the dab?
No, it's weird. I'd never heard of the
Dab
dab.
is kind of over now, but
Yeah, I know.
it's kind of old
but
now.
this 16-year-old kid, like, there's Paul Ryan, there's his father, he's being sworn in, and he goes,
so good.
actually,
good.
he didn't even do it. It was a half dab because he was holding the Bible that the father had the hand on. And Paul Ryan, they're waiting for a photo, and hopefully we can get a shot on the screen. Because Paul Ryan is standing there, and he does this, and Paul Ryan's here, and Paul Ryan goes, "Are you okay? Do you have to sneeze?" And finally, the kid's like, "No, I'm okay. I'm fine." And he gives up on the dab. But I thought it was very, and now he's grounded. But I thought it was funny, and it was cute the way he just kind of went, "Okay, yeah, no, I'm busted."
funny.
Ori,
So
endpoint.
funny. Yeah, so I just recently heard this great audio clip of Mark Hamill, because he used to actually do the voice of the Joker in this cartoon from back in the day, reading in the voice of the Joker this tweet that Donald Trump put out for his end of the year tweet or whatever it is. You just need to listen to it. It is the best thing I've heard this year.
So after you finish watching the show, you can go watch
Yes,
that. But you gotta
please.
watch this
Exactly.
first. Yeah, that was the tweet where he's like, "I hate all, Happy New Year to all my enemies, and I beat you, and you can't deal with it."
Exactly.
Love.
That does sound
He
like
sounds like a villain.
Love.
It sounds like the
Yeah,
script
like-
that would be written for
Exactly.
the Joker anyway. Yeah.
Tito, Bop of the Week.
Bob of the Week this week is Little Mix Touch. It's their new single. It's
So good.
The album's amazing. You better cop that. But the new single is really good, and the video should be out soon.
Thank you, Tito. And thank you, everybody. And thank you for joining us in our first post-holiday show. As always, follow us and like us on social media. Very, very important. Subscribe to us on YouTube. There's a button right somewhere down below me. That sounded like I said blow me. Below me. And subscribe to us on iTunes for our audio podcast. Even if you don't listen to us on iTunes, subscribe to us. It actually helps us a lot and doesn't cost you anything. Of course, our Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign continues at igg.me/@/thepointguys. You can join us weekly because we have a new show online every Tuesday. So we will see you next Tuesday on The Point.